Hi my beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel and you're welcome to my little chat room. My name is Ebontane Raïssa, and if this is your first time on my channel, please do well by joining our family by subscribing to this channel. Click the notification bell, like my videos, share my videos, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for still sticking with me till this point. So today I want to be talking about the things that I used to do and value a lot, which I no longer do them. So let's get right into the video of the day. So you guys, before I got to this stage or this point in my life, there were some valuable things that I used to do which used to improve me or improve my life in one way or the other. And I used to see it like, yes, this is something that is good to actually do. But then at some point I stopped doing them, and right now I'm regretting. I'm regretting, guys. If I tell you I'm regretting big time. I'm not even smiling. If you look at my countenance, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm seeing the impact that it has had on me. I'm really regretting why I stopped doing this. I just picked out a few to share with us today so that those out there or you guys can equally learn from my mistakes, or you can actually help me out on this as well. I can learn from you as well as you can learn from me. So if there are other things that you think I could do to salvage this situation in which I am in, then please leave it in the comment section. So the very first thing which I regret letting my guards down on is the fact that I used to read a lot. I used to read books. So don't look at me like this. So I used to read books a lot, and I used to love reading. One thing about we blacks or Cameroonians or Africans is that we don't love reading, but I used to enjoy reading. I used to have books. I used to just sit and buy books and read. And this reading habit that I cultivated stems from my father. My father used to help me, that he pushed me into this reading attitude, and he equally helped me improve on my reading skills, so, and on the reading habit as well. And this helped in improving my vocabulary, and it equally helped me intellectually. But after some time, I stopped reading. I don't know why. If you ask me why, I don't know why. I cannot say it's motherhood. I cannot say it's change of environment, because I used to be in Yaoundé. Then I transferred, after I got married, I transferred to Limbe. So I cannot say it's change of environment, because nothing is actually stopping me from reading. I can as well still read while taking care of my son. So I should just say I was just being lazy. That's why I mentioned earlier that I let my guards down, and I'm actually totally regretting it right now. So if this is something that you love doing, if you love reading, reading helps a lot in all spheres of life. Reading is one thing that we cannot take away from our lives, that we cannot take away from us if we want to grow in this society. And I've made it as a point of correction for myself that I have to start reading more. I've made order for a few books, and when they come here, when the books arrive, I'm going to share it with you guys. Even my Bible. Why will I even talk about reading without mentioning my Bible? I haven't stopped reading my Bible, but I don't read my Bible as much as I used to. And then secondly, I read my Bible more in my phone rather than reading the actual Bible. And this is actually making me to not really I'm not grasping it the way I should. You know, when you're dealing with the physical material, it's different from when you're dealing with the artificial. So, and we all know that if you're reading your Bible, the actual Bible, you get to know what books are in the New Testament and what books are in the Old Testament. But when you're using your phone, you can just type, you can just type Matthew chapter this, Matthew chapter 23, or John chapter 2, and all of that. So it's easier on the phone. But on the actual Bible, it helps you to master your Bible very well. Another aspect of my life that I let my guards down on is the fact that I used to love writing a lot. In fact, at some point I thought I was going to be a writer, or I'm going to write books. I used to think of it that I'm going to write books, and I'm still planning on doing that. I used to write a lot. Anything that I think of and I see that it's sensible enough and it has value, is valuable, I put it down. Anything that I think of, I put it down. Anything that I see that I know that I can write something about, I write it down. I used to put a lot in writing. My thoughts, my feelings, I used to put them down. I used to do a lot of write-ups, but I don't do that anymore. I don't know. You guys, I'm regretting this skill of mine. I do not write anymore. Sometimes even before I talk to somebody, I write it down. If I have like something important to discuss with somebody, I make sure that I put it down and I evaluate what I'm going to say. But I don't write anymore. I've not been writing. I can't even remember when last I wrote something important down. So recently, I took it upon myself that no, Raïssa, I cannot continue living like this. These are important skills of your life that you have to build. And I took it upon myself to start it back, to start it all over. And that's why I opened my YouTube page. It's an old page, but I now re-strategize on that page where I do my write-ups. I write about motherhood and marriage in general. So I'm trying to exercise my writing skills there while trying to build up my writing skills by myself. You understand? I don't know how to put it in words, but you understand what I mean. So go and check out my Facebook page and you understand what I mean. And then my prayer life, you guys, I used to pray. But after for some time now, I've not been praying as much as I used to pray because I know the way I used to pray. I've not been praying as much as I used to pray before, but then I'm arming up myself. This God like this is not somebody that you should leave for anything. So I'm not going to leave my God. So I'm coming back, re-strategizing and replanning myself and coming back at the feet of God's mercy. And I believe He has granted me that mercy because His mercy is ever sure, it's never short.
So you guys, another thing that I forgot to add here is the fact that I used to equally play the violin. I used to play the violin in my church, but after some time I stopped playing and I even gave out the violin. So that's something that for some time I was regretting, but that's it.
So that's it. And you guys, that brings us to the end of this video. So if this video has blessed you, or if there's some other thing that you think you can advise me on how to go about all these that I have mentioned, there are others, but these are just a few that I said I should mention, then go ahead and mention it in the comment section. If there are things that you too feel like you've let your guards down on, then leave it in the comment section and let's continue the conversations there. Let's advise each other on how to go about this entire journey. So with that said, please like this video, share my videos, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. So yes baby, push. Hey, you have destroyed the remote. Jesus, give me. Hey, way. Iverson, what happened? You guys, break, cut. This child has destroyed my remote, oh. Papa. Mama, why now? Say sorry, Mama. Say sorry, Mama. Yes, baby. Yes, I'll call Daddy to buy another one. Take. Let me call Daddy. I'll call Daddy to buy another one. Oh God, where was I?